Luke got some mail.
Thanks, Neil. Real World Geometry Scavenger Hunt. You must send evidence that you found these items before Friday 30th, 2011. Deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is defined as reasoning logically from a given statement to a conclusion. What does that mean? For example, if you know that if A equals B and C equals B, then A also equals C. Can we find a real-life example of this? Let's see if we can use deductive reasoning to fix the lawnmower. See? It won't start! See? The lawnmower won't start. I know it takes 3 basic things to start a lawnmower. Spark plug, starter, and gas. Yep, I just put in a new spark plug. You can hear the starter. Let me check the gas. It's got gas. Oh, I forgot. There's a gas shutoff switch here. Alright, let's see if it'll start. See? Start! Now, I gotta cut the grass. If both pairs of an opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it is also a parallelogram. Let's see if we can find an example. Here's one right here. This post is parallel with this backboard. These 2 support beams are parallel to each other. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided figure. A parallelogram means that the backboard and the post and these support beams are parallel to each other. Congruent triangle. Triangles are congruent when all corresponding sides and interior angles are congruent. The triangle will have the same shape and size. How can we find a real-life example of a congruent triangle? I just remembered that I used a chair when I was at my brother's soccer game. Let's go take a look. The chair's legs have to be the same length in order for it to fold and not be wobbly. Yep, the legs are the same, and they all share a common midpoint, which is right there. Now let's look at the angles. See how the legs are 90 degrees from here to the ground? If the angles were not 90 degrees, this chair would not fold correctly or be as neat as it is right now. And when all the sides are the same and the interior angles are the same, they are a congruent triangle. There are 4 congruent triangles. Right here, right here, right here, and right here. Convex polygon. A polygon is a closed figure with at least 3 sides that only touch at an endpoint. Convex means that no diagonal lines draw from the corners or outside of the figure. Wow, that's going to be a hard one to find. Wait a minute, a stop sign. Let's go take a look. A stop sign has 8 sides, and therefore is called an octagon, but is also a convex polygon. No matter how you can connect the points, it's always going to be inside the stop sign. That's not as hard as I thought it would be. Equal distance. Equal distance means an equal distance from 2 or more places. Well, I am 5.3 miles from school. But what else is 5.3 miles from school? This must be an easier example. I wish I was playing baseball. That's it. Baseball. A baseball field is a diamond shape. Second base is equal distance from first base, foul line, and the third base foul line, and is 127 feet from home plate. Knowing these facts, we can properly place second base on the field.
This is 60 feet from third base foul line, 60 feet from first base foul line. Equal distance.
The sixth thing is a great circle. Great circle. Right here. Great circle means that a plane intersects a sphere at its center, and the intersection is a circle. Wait a minute. This must mean that the circumference of a great circle must also equal the circumference of a great sphere. Let's see if we can create a great circle by using a great circle plane. No, not this plane. This plane. If we intersect this root, which will be our sphere, right at the center with this plane, let's see what will happen. Let's trace the fruit. See? The great circle and the sphere have the same circumference. Neat! Composite space figure. Composite space figure means that a 3D figure has two or more different shapes within the figure. This will be helpful if we are trying to find the area of the figure. We could break up the figure into its various shapes and use our geometric knowledge to find the area of each figure. Could we find an example of a composite space figure? A rocket. A rocket has a tube body and a cone top and various shaped wings. This rocket is an example of a composite space figure, and it is used in space. Angle side angle, ASA, postulate. ASA means that if two angles and the including side of a triangle are congruent, the same, or two angles and the including side of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Say what now? You better get a real life example to help us better understand the ASA.
We are going to assume that this angle and this angle are the same. We know that this angle and this angle are 90 degrees, and we know that this post and this post are the same. So by ASA definition, these two triangles are congruent to each other.
Always true acute angles. Acute angles are always less than 90 degrees. I know that an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So any angle that is less than 90 degrees is always true. That's too easy. We need a real life example.
Here is an example of an acute angle. If two sides of the triangle are congruent to each other and longer than the third, then this is an acute angle.
Bonus question. A man lost his sunglasses while fishing on a boat. The captain backed up the boat to about the spot where the sunglasses were lost, but he was not sure. The water depth is 5 feet. The boat contains scuba diving gear with a 10-foot air supply line. How close to the spot where the sunglasses were dropped must the captain position the boat for the diver to be able to recover the glasses? I don't know. Let's draw a picture. This is the boat. This represents how deep the water is. This represents the hose, the air hose. This is 90 degrees, and this is the search area. Wait, I've seen this before. It's the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. This is B, which is 5. This is C, which is 10. And this is A. This is 8.7, which means that this also has to be 8.7. So 8.7 plus 8.7 equals 17.4. The captain must be within 17.4 feet from where the glasses were dropped for the diver to find them.
The lawnmower will not start. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to not start.
Okay.
Action.
What one are we on? A rocket has a tube body and a cone nose. A rocket has a tube body and a cone top nose. Angle side angle. ASA. Posture. Angle side angle. ASA. Posture.